And it's gotta be Cinnamon Toast Project. That's the only thing that's soothing my soul. Turn on the TV to Power Rangers, yeah. Now it's morphin' time, I'm ready to go.
Hello, I am Dr. Donald Shirley, musician extraordinaire, and I will be hosting the Color Commentaries. Oh, sir, can you go ahead and load my bags for me, please? Do you have a problem loading my bags? Sir, I need you to load the bag. What is this? What is this that you've given me? What is this? I don't know what this is. Hang on. Well, excuse me, everyone. I'm so sorry for the delay. I've been given this box urgently by my chauffeur, who is being so rude right now. Let me see what it is that is in here. Oh, this is divine. Apparently, we'll be talking about let's see here, the Oscars tonight, which I won, as well as How to Train Your Dragon, as well as Umbrella Academy. I'm leaving to enjoy this. It's on you, sir. Thank you.
Wait, what? What? I don't see.
I'm so lost right now.
This is why I should actually watch the shows that we're supposed to review. Because every time Rashad does something crazy, I never get it. This is why I gotta do my homework. See, I'm the guy who always misses one show. That's my thing. But you know, it's your boy Danny J Quick at the Ace Blade. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know where Rashad is. He never tells us what he's doing before he does these crazy things. So
go back and get that container. Go back and get that cup. You back up right now and get that container. I'm sorry.
See, we don't know. We're clueless. All right, how you doing, Chuck? You doing all right? You feeling good?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Had a good night watching the Oscars. You see, I'm representing my Marvel here with the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. They did their thing last night, so I can't wait to jump into that topic. How to Train Your Dragon. I always loved all those movies, so this one was no different. And Umbrella Academy. I actually watched most of, well, I would say most of, almost half of the series. So I give my reviews of what I've seen so far. So, but yeah, I'm ready to get into the show. I guess whenever Mr. Rashad gets back in the frame, or 5, or I don't know which one he is.
Yeah. I'm back in the house, bro. Yeah, why y'all been hiding this fried chicken from me? I didn't know about that, bro. But now that I know about fried chicken, I'm ready to hang out with the rest of the Negroes. Are we ready to start the show now? This is, of course, the owner and founder of Block Band Music and Publishing. Where we give you music and instruments from marching bands across the nation. All right, you guys ready to do this?
Let's go.
All right,
Yes.
So let's go ahead and start out with the Umbrella Academy. You ready? Let's go ahead and turn it over to Mr. Danny J Quick.
Yeah, so Netflix has been doing a lot these days. So you just don't got time to watch everything. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I recently got a Fire Stick, so like I have access to too much stuff. And and I just couldn't find the time in the 2 weeks that I had to even watch one single episode of this show because it didn't look interesting to me. I don't know any of the characters. I don't know where these characters came from.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? What'd you say? Hello, Danny, are you there?
What?
Danny, hello. Danny, all right, Chuck. Why don't you go ahead and do your review?
All right.
Danny's right now.
He froze. Yeah, we'll go ahead and edit that out now there. But yeah,
I can see me. I didn't freeze.
You saying something, Rashad? You all right? So yeah, Umbrella Academy. I like like Tori, I didn't really find it very interesting. I saw it pop up on my Netflix. I'm like, what is this? And like, okay, we'll see. Maybe maybe something I want to watch. But I didn't really want to watch it. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of like kicking like a little kid. Like, we gotta watch this. We got people actually interested in this show. Okay, so I gave it a few episodes. I think to 3 episodes on the weekend, and I was like, I am really not liking this show. Like, I'm not liking the show. I didn't like the characters. I like the development of anybody, but I just decided to take a break from it. I guess the reason I didn't really relate to it. To me, the characters, I don't know, they just didn't seem genuine. It kind of rushed everything into one another. Like they jump, like as soon as you start, like they just throw the kids that were born all on the same time, basically like Jesus. Like the mothers just get pregnant like instantly and have a kid. Like the chick literally just was sitting talking to this dude on the they were at the swimming pool. I'm gonna give you this since you haven't seen this. They were at the swimming pool. The little girl, well, not little girl, she's probably like 15 or 17, somewhere around there, and she's like kind of flirting with a boy at the pool. So he comes over there to her and he kisses her on the cheek, and she runs to jump in the pool. Right. Next thing you know, she doesn't come up for air, and then you see a bunch of blood coming out of the water. I'm like, what the heck? Did she die? And then she comes up and she's like 8 months pregnant or 9 months pregnant, right? She about to pop. She went in there fully just a young girl, came out with a belt looking 9 months. And I was like, what in the heck is going on in this show?
And blood everywhere. Don't forget the blood.
Yeah, blood everywhere. So everybody's freaking out. And then we found out that this is not the only case that happened. If multiple kids birth just like this all this day, we have a billionaire goes and purchase what you want for your baby. I'll come take that baby off your hand. Here, write a check. He basically goes and just pays for all these kids, and they come to his house with his robot women that look like humans, and they take care of them, and they raise them. He raises them as a team of superhero team, like a little X-Men team or something.
Is this the Michael Jackson story? Is this what?
Oh gosh!
Is this a documentary?
No, this is how it starts. So it's like you run in, it's like, what is going on? This is crazy. And then like fast forward to when they're a little older and stuff, and found out that the old guy had died, and they're basically coming together to try to figure out how he died. And you're just kind of seeing everybody, and you're seeing that one of the kids are missing and everything. So I guess it has a little hook at the beginning, but it just kind of just didn't mesh together to me. It just didn't make me want to watch it. I was more confused at the beginning of the show, and then after that, it kind of just basically did nothing. Like you saw the kids when they went out like as a team like one time and did some cool stuff. Mm-hmm. You don't see none of that the whole for like next 3-4 episodes. It's always like what?
No, correction. You don't see none of that for the next 10-12 episodes.
See, I haven't gotten to that point. So I was hoping that I'm like, okay, maybe these guys are going to show their superpowers again later on. They're going to get their focus back, become a team, figure out what's going on, stop the end of the world. No, it doesn't seem like it's happening. I'm only on like episode 7, so I guess I just have to check it out, see what happens later on. But yeah, I was really like turned I just didn't want to finish the show. Like I stopped at 3, and it took me a couple of days to go back to it. And then after I just kind of made myself watch, I'm like, okay, it's starting to get a little more interesting, especially when they added the time travel people in there. Mary J. Blige is one of the, I guess she's a bad guy, but she was in there. So when her crew came in there, that got a little more interesting. You start seeing the actual plot. In there. What you say?
I said there was definitely some hateration from Mary J. Blige. She promised no hateration.
Yeah.
Hateration in the States.
So she came in there with her crew, and that kind of turned it on a little bit more because it was like, okay, at least something's happening. There's a boy that can teleport like Nightcrawler. He can just jump into the future, and the story is kind of wrapped around him throughout mostly all of what I've seen. So, but he has a weird thing with him that I don't even want to spoil it, but he's a little weird to me. I know he was alone in the future and he didn't have any human actual contact, so he went a little crazy and kind of just made his own friend out of a piece of plastic.
A piece of plastic? What?
Or whatever mannequins are made of.
Does not like movies where you have main characters that are by themselves and they make friends with pieces of plastic. That I see. That's a running thing with you.
I know Tom Hanks was on the island and he had his coconut and he was when he was stranded on the island. I know he was talking to the coconut and everything.
I'm talking about I Am Legend. You hate I Am Legend.
Wouldn't he have the plastic thing on I Am Legend?
You hated I Am Legend?
Yeah, I remember he had the mannequin in I Am Legend. Because remember the mannequin was moved one day? He was like,
well, I never said I hated I Am Legend. I didn't never say, I don't know who you were talking to with that one. I didn't say I hated I Am Legend.
That movie was solid.
Every time Danny says all Will Smith movies are great, you'd be like, I Am Legend.
I don't even have the tape on this one, so I don't know where you're getting this information from. I'm gonna just
don't make us go back through.
Keep it
don't
moving.
make us go back.
Don't make us go
back through the video archives. Unfortunately, since you're doing the edits, I'm sure it'll never make it.
Yeah, I'll never make it because I'm not gonna throw myself in the bus anymore.
That must have been Brandon or somebody who said that. You know,
yeah, one of these other random people you say stuff. It's probably was you that said it and just trying to perpetrate or something. But anyways. So I saw this online about this Umbrella Academy that Netflix doesn't need the Marvel shows because they have Umbrella Academy, and I guess people like it. I don't know who those people are. I mean, I've seen some stuff online, but have they really watched the whole show, or did they just watch the preview trailer of it and like, oh, this looks interesting? So it's a win, but it's not really the greatest to me. So sorry, Netflix. You didn't win on this one. But what about you, Rashad?
There were some things that I liked about this show. Very few, but there were. I really liked the character of number 5. I thought he was really interesting. Like, I like the fact that he's played by a kid, and the kid has to constantly interact with adults, and he's bold, and he's always taking their food. That's hilarious to me. Like the big dude, he'll be grabbing a cup of coffee, and number 5 is like, take it to the head real quick. I like that he jumped into the future. Lee got stuck. Like it wasn't something like he was jumping back and forth all the time. Like he jumped to the future like twice in a row, and he was stuck for the rest of his life. Like, oh, okay. And then I liked the seeing him get older and then become a mercenary for the commission. Like all of that is interesting. And then crippling the organization. So yeah, this is the spoiler review on this one. Sorry. You can jump back in time and unspoil it. So I really like this character all the way through. There wasn't really anything I didn't like. There's another character, Klaus, he's number 4, and he has some really good character development points. Like I can feel his pain. Like Danny, the thing with him is that if he's sober, he hears dead people. Like constantly, like all the time. He can even manifest them if he's sober. So he stays drunk and high all the time, like ridiculously drunk and high all the time. He's pretty pitiful. He adds very little to the team as far as superpowers until like the very end because he's constantly trying to keep himself sedated. So his character is interesting, but the fact that it's spread out over the entire season kind of takes away from it. Those are the things that I like. As far as the dislikes are concerned, there's this really, really pretty girl. Like I can really appreciate the fact that she is like actually black girl thick. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times if they put a black girl in a movie, she's not really built like most black girls that you see. She's built more like other girls. Like she's really black girl thick. Like I like it. But she got a power that she never, not even one time as an adult, uses in the present. Not one time.
What's the power?
She says, I heard a rumor that, and if she says that, whatever she says next, you're going to do. So if I say, Daddy, I heard a rumor that you're going to watch all the shows from here on out, then that's what you would do. But since her power has never used the power, I guess you won't be doing that.
So she has a superpower. So all these people have superpowers in the show.
Right.
They're all born or conceived at the same time, and then they join together to fight Mary J. Blige. Is that what basically is happening? I don't.
No, but Mary J. Blige and them are trying to stop them from stopping the end of the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another character, Luther. He's number 1, so it's like Kids Next Door. So he uses his power twice. And the first time he loses, in a fight with his power is like super ridiculous strength because he's like part gorilla, and he loses in a fight with a regular dude.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, is that guy like he on like steroid? Like, is he like a superhuman too? I'm like, I thought, dude's arms is like big as hell body. He just walking around like this. He literally just threw him across the whole giant mansion with one strike. So I know a punch got to take that punch should have took the dude out with just one punch. So I'm like, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense. So it would make sense if the guy Hazel, like if you saw him use his powers later, but no, you don't. He's just, as far as we know, he's just a regular guy. So what? And the second time he uses it to choke out his sister. Really? Some people are like praising this show for focusing on character development and not powers. But a show still has to follow its premise. Like, can you imagine an action-oriented racing show where one character can, like a racing, like better off racing cars? Okay, one character can move really fast in his car, but he's got a go-kart. Another character got a really powerful engine in this car. The engine covered up the whole time, like once loses. Another character never gets in her car, like not one time. And another character is drunk, and so he crashes his car constantly on the way to the race. And then another one is dead. Oh, there's a dead character as well.
Yeah, there's a dead character. What other? Yeah.
Wait, what? There's like a ghost. He's like a ghost.
Yeah, because one of them can basically talk to the dead, so he sees his brother like all the time, and they just have conversations.
This show was based off a comic book, right?
I think so.
I think it's based off a novel. It's based off of something. It needs to be based off of something that was thrown in the trash.
Yeah. I heard a lot of. I didn't see the show, but on Twitter, people were talking about it a lot, and people were saying it was good. Some people were saying it was bad. Just hearing y'all talk about it, I actually want to check it out so I can see how bad it is. But my mom said it's pretty good, and she's yet to let me down on a review.
Sorry, Mary, you're wrong. Well,
my mom.
I'll finish. I will at least give it that. I will finish to see if I really like it, because I can say after about I think episode 6, I started to get kind of into it. I was like, okay. It seems like it's coming along. The wheels are finally moving. Something's going to happen. But now I'm scared because Rashad looks like nothing happens after that. So it looks like there's another long pause and nothing really happens. So I don't know.
I think like when you get to the 7th episode, I think when you get to like the 7th episode, like I think I texted you, I was like, oh, it actually got pretty good. Like I think it was the 7th episode. I was like, oh man, that was tight. And then and when you get to the very last episode, you're gonna be like, oh, Allison, come on, bro. Oh, Allison, dang it. Like, that's how you're going to be. Like, why didn't you just do this? So, yeah, real quick, last things. There's a couple of ridiculous scenes in here. Like, there's one scene where they're running from gunfire, right? All right, there's 4 of them, right? And they're running from shooting at them. There's like 4 to 6 people shooting at them with 4 people running from 4 to 6 people shooting at them with machine guns. And where are they running? Down the lanes of a bowling alley. Like, there's not too many worse places I can think of for you to run. And they make it unscathed.
First of all, quick story. I went on a bowling alley because I had to. I was trying to be a hero dad, and the ball got stuck on the side, and I walked on the thing, and I slipped right on my back side, and I was laughed at by everybody in the thing. I could barely make it back, and I was so embarrassed, and I did not get the ball from being unstuck. So there, I know they wouldn't have made it running. They would have been. They could slip and slide all the way through, because that junker is super slick. So.
Much less just being gunned down completely on a complete flat surface with no cover. That's ridiculous. If people like this show, I don't know. And the one person that was like brutally murdered is like the one person that doesn't really seem to be brutally murdered. Like, he doesn't seem to deserve it. It's like, of all the horrible things that happen to the one person that does all the killing, she kills like one guy, one of the good guys. I mean, like, why did you kill that guy? Horribly. Like he's just following. Yeah, so it's a pass for me. Chuck, pass for you too.
I'm gonna give it to the whole. I'm gonna watch the full thing. I'm gonna just say, if this is your type of genre that you like to watch, sci-fi, superheroes, go ahead and check it out. Because right now there's not a lot of stuff on TV, and there's no football, basketball ain't started the playoffs yet, so nobody cares about it. Zion's not playing for Duke, so of course nobody really cares about college basketball until that happens.
How about them Tar Heels?
Definitely.
I didn't call you. I did not.
So definitely have some Netflix nights coming up. Until
I see
Captain Marvel comes out.
Daddy, I see your mom is here. She says the girl who has no powers has powers. Okay, that's another thing I didn't like about it. The story, the overall story, is really kind of taken the Dark Phoenix, like Tori, you were just talking about recently. I think on the last show, how you don't like the fact that so many shows are taking things from other things. Mm-hmm. Like when you watch it all the way through, you're gonna be like, this is just like X-Men Dark Phoenix. Like it's the same basic concept. But the person I was talking about that says has no powers, I was talking about Allison, who has powers. Very powerful powers that there's many opportunities when she's talking to people. And I'm like, you should use your power right now. Nah, she doesn't. She uses it as an adult. She uses her power one time, and that's to get her child to go to bed.
Wow.
Oh, she does. Yeah.
Hey,
that's hilarious. She wouldn't stop crying. She just wouldn't stop crying. Any parent would do it. Any parent would do it.
Hey, I'd do it. So anyway.
I would have been do it. I would have been done it. Boy, that would save me so much stress early in them baby times. Boy, go to sleep. Little dog. I heard a rumor that you were sleepy.
Right.
Going to go to sleep. I would abuse that power. I would abuse that power. I heard a rumor that you were going to bed at 8 o'clock.
Right. Her husband walked in and was like, I can't believe you just did that. Like, I heard a rumor that you didn't see, that you mind your own business.
Oh yeah, I would have abused that power. Terrible. So
anyway, this has been our review of the Umbrella Academy. It looks like it's 2 definite passes and one even more official pass because Daddy didn't watch it. He just completely passed on it.
A literal pass.
If you like what we did, make sure to hit that like button. And as usual, I heard a rumor that you gotta subscribe. This, of course, has been Color Commentary. We give you views from a different side.
And it's gotta be Cinnamon Toast Project. That's the only